Yes.
Welcome to the Nailed It Podcast. I am Xavier.
I'm Michael.
I'm always David.
So, today, I have nothing to bring up worth mentioning in this podcast for the first time.
That's good because I have something I want to bring up.
Okay.
I have been struggling lately with
depression.
Depression.
Sexuality.
I'm just gonna leave now. You guys are making me sad on the inside.
Sorry.
I'm the one that cuts people off.
Podcast over.
And podcast over.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. No. When I use my phone to text and talk, I feel like it used to work better than what it does.
So
now.
when you're using Siri to make a text.
Yes, or something like that.
I absolutely hate that feature.
I do too.
Like,
I
it's
don't
just...
use it.
I used to use it a bunch,
Right.
but I still use it when I'm like driving in a car or something like that. Like I sent one to Xavier earlier that said "Dad" instead.
Oh, he called you dad.
I did. I couldn't tell if I was insulted or like...
Real proud.
Yeah.
Especially after our last
I'm like,
podcast.
all I said was message me when you get here because it's hitting, like he said, I'll be there by 9:30. It's like 9:18. I've heard nothing from this man. So I message him like, oh, make sure you message me when you're here. Like, okay, Dad, I'll be there around 9:28. I'm like, okay, is that an insult? What?
Not after our last podcast talking about the anaconda. Remember?
No.
It's
With
okay.
Xavier sitting in the garage with his pants off.
But
Now David's mysteriously calling you Dad.
Gross.
wow, that's
Drawn some parallels there.
I didn't want it to be a compliment.
that was like a really long line that you had to like weave it through.
Speaking of long lines.
Yeah, but so like yes,
sorry,
those box office are huge.
I'm done now. Anyway.
Whenever I use that feature, it never works, and I end up just screaming at it. I'm
and
just
that's
like
the text message.
Well, that's the text message. Is like I'll push send, and then like the last one it said "Dad," and I was like, no, that's not what I said. I said I will be there soon around 9:30, and it took me around 15 attempts to get it say 9:30.
You didn't even say 9:30. You said 9:28.
I know, and that was the thing is it just kept going, and I was just like, and that's what it came up with, and I'm just like, all right, that's fine.
I just kept adding one.
Send.
Yeah,
So like
that's why I don't use it.
anytime I use it, I have to like yell at it to work, and I just get more and more angry.
Maybe
and
maybe
I
it
feel
doesn't
like
the way that you're yelling at it.
maybe
Well,
I'm
when we
abusing
used to work in the same company, and I used to text you on a daily basis about nothing, short little text. Even your short little text never made sense.
Oh, I know.
Because you were just talking to it, and it'd be like, okay, yeah, well, it's just like gibberish.
Sometimes I would do that on purpose.
Well, that's true too.
But at the same time, well, that's because I was trying
Well,
to...
sometimes Siri thought you were a pirate.
Right.
Because it would send me in pirate text what
Yeah,
you
I know,
actually
it's-
meant to say. It was really weird.
Yeah, it's strange how that
Because
works.
I know you're an adult and you wouldn't do that.
No, I would definitely would not. I would not use humor to cut a tension situation.
Half of them weren't even tension situations, David. You just did it because you wanted to.
Maybe. I don't
Maybe
know.
he has a
For instance,
I would say Siri
I'm
would
done
just
with
do
this
it.
store. I'm going to my next one. And then an ambiguously black accent through text would just be shoved my way. I don't know why.
The what?
The yeah, boy.
Oh,
You shouldn't call Xavier boy.
it was like.
I mean, that's pretty bad.
Do you want to cut that?
Bro. Although that is the biggest laugh we've ever got from Xavier. We might have to leave that in.
We'll leave it because
That's
you won't
terrible.
remember to cut it.
So what did you guys do with your weeks?
I started recording The Division with my brother.
Mm-hmm.
Got back into that game.
This is your brother that is in the Marines?
Yeah, he's down in California.
And you were playing with him online?
Online.
Okay.
In The Division.
Okay.
And I was recording it and put it up on YouTube for us. So
Okay.
I'm going to start doing that more and more.
Okay.
But, I mean, other than that, I went and saw Logan yesterday, or last night, which was really good.
That's still yesterday.
Yeah, but it was late.
It's still yesterday.
I think I got out early this morning.
Semantics. Okay, so no
So
spoilers.
Well, I want to argue about last night more.
So no spoilers because it's a nailed it rule. But what did you think about the movie?
It was really good.
Yeah.
I thought it lived up to the hype, which
Okay.
was pretty high.
Okay.
I saw it as well.
Okay.
But I saw it with my wife, which you should never do. Don't go see movies with my wife.
Oh, dude.
Okay.
Because through the whole movie, she didn't know. I forgot it was rated R.
Right.
And then she doesn't do good with gore or anything like
There
that.
was plenty of that.
There's the reiteration. Don't take his wife to gory movies.
Right. No.
So
She
I
still
can
gets-
take his wife to non-gory movies?
Oh, go for it.
Okay.
There you go. Permission.
Are we arguing on more semantics?
Yeah, exactly. But so like I'm sitting there just trying to watch the movie, and like every few seconds she's just yelling like, "Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh," and has her hand covering her face, and I'm just like, she's like, "That was a terrible movie," and I was like, "Well, how do you know? You only saw like 2 minutes of it."
Out of 2 hours, yeah.
If you take out all the parts where his claw's going through a face or something,
Right, exactly.
It's about 2 minutes of the movie.
Right. There's a lot of claw to face ratio in that movie.
So were you unable to enjoy it, or you just didn't?
Oh, I enjoyed the movie,
Oh,
but
okay.
it was just
It took some of it out of it.
it takes a lot out of it when you have somebody next to you.
It was
even-
cringing, yeah.
Even if
It's
you're
hard.
in the theater with just some random person, I just want to punch that person in the face.
It's your wife, dude.
I
Yeah,
know.
you should punch her back in
I'm
the
not gonna
face.
punch my wife, but like if I'm sitting somebody and they're freaking out during the movie, I almost want to get up from my chair and like move somewhere else
Okay,
because
that
I
makes
just want to
sense.
sit and enjoy it, and it takes me like out of the
Out of the immersion.
viewing pleasure of
Mhm.
watching it when somebody's like freaking out about something.
Right.
You're just like, shut up.
No, I know what you mean.
So I also saw Logan. I have to say it's probably one of my most favorite Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Simply because the character of Laura, who in the comic books is known as X-23,
Mm-hmm.
one of my favorite characters, and the how do I put it? The connection between Logan and X-23 was just glorious to me. I loved it, like every minute of it,
Right.
especially with like Patrick Stewart as Professor X.
Which
It
was
like,
hilarious.
like just
and awesome.
that trinity was just a wonderful thing that I could not enjoy throughout the whole movie.
Right.
I feel like Patrick Stewart is like going out of his way to kill his career right now. Like he's always trying to play like he's known as a Shakespeare actor. Shakespearean actor.
What's up, Lispy?
But he's like going out of his way to play like really odd, crude characters lately.
So do you think it's that he's... Because the way I see it is he's an actor who's near the end of his career and wants to do all the things he's always wanted to do, but never could professionally.
Probably
Because he was building that career.
right. That's probably part of it
Because it looks like he's really enjoying it. I mean, that could
oh
be
no,
acting.
like I'm sure he's enjoying it because I think at a certain point in your career you have to take your career like really seriously.
Right, and I
And
think
he's
he's
at the-
done that all the way up until recently.
Right, till like recently there's like a switch that flipped on him and he was just like, screw it.
Yeah.
What are you guys talking about? Are you just talking about in general? Because
There was Logan where he's kind of goofy. Then there was the Green Room? No.
This green room,
The
and then
horror movie where he had the children locked in his house and he was like...
yeah,
It was a
he
scary movie. I didn't really...
I heard it was a really good movie. I haven't seen it yet. And then he's also done a few like TV shows or whatever lately. I don't remember exactly what it was. Somebody will be yelling at me right now.
Me.
Yeah, it'll be you.
Later.
Later. But he was in a TV show where he played like this kind of out there, dirty old guy that works at a newsroom type thing.
Right.
And he just kind of does whatever the hell he wants.
Mhm.
So he...
Well, for his character in Logan, it's explained.
Yeah, no, he is who he's supposed to be.
Right.
But
No, he
I
is.
feel like he's just enjoying it a lot more. Like, he's not the
Well, it was
serious
his
stoic.
last go around as
Right.
the character. If that's going to be your last go around, you're going to go all out.
Yeah, and he did,
Especially-
and he was amazing.
Yeah, and that's why
Nothing against him for...
Oh no, I have
doing
nothing
anything
against him.
else.
I enjoyed
We'd
watching
still
him.
love him on the
It's-
podcast.
Well, it's just like
And I'm not saying your career's over. It's just starting.
You have at least one more podcast.
You have at least one podcast left in you.
With Hugh Jackman, playing Logan for the final time,
right.
Wolverine for the final time. The man just went all out.
Yeah, he did.
He wasn't as ripped as he was in X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Or, he definitely was not a ripped X-Men.
Yeah,
Wolverine.
he
the last scene, you're just like, that is an old guy running.
It was wonderful to watch. I was like, yeah, no, this is.
Well, yeah,
really
and it fits so perfectly with what he was supposed to be doing.
Because it's every other one has been PG-13. It's
right.
We can have you stabbing a dude off camera,
right.
We can't show it.
Can't
happening,
show the claws going
face,
in, or
it was just.
And now, every other scene was the claw going into someone or something.
I felt like they a little bit overdid that.
Yeah,
just because
they had to make up for 8 movies. And
I know
not able to do so.
So they made up. He made up with clawing people for 8 movies plus another 6.
So with I'm excited to watch it again because with Deadpool, when I watched Deadpool for the first time, the gore was almost overwhelming to the point where I didn't really get to enjoy every single joke. I still really enjoyed the movie.
I saw Deadpool twice.
I've seen it a bunch now, and it's one of my favorite movies. But when I watched it the second time, I was kind of past all the extreme gore that was going on, and you could really enjoy all the jokes and all the comedy underneath.
Yeah, I would like to see Logan one more time, just so I can get a better.
I feel like I'll
better view of it.
Yeah, because the gore didn't get me like it got your wife. I was expecting it to be gory. I was ready for it. I wanted it to be that gory.
I was excited.
Yeah, but at the same time,
I get to see Wolverine really be Wolverine.
Well, the funny thing to me is the first time he stabs somebody in the head, I go, oh, that's right. This is a gory movie.
like right in the beginning in that parking lot. Where
both people that were sitting next to me, I knew both of them. They just cringed up and encore. Let's keep going.
Oh, and you got an encore and an encore.
Oh yeah, lasted forever.
I think that became his favorite way to kill people was just blade through the skull.
I think if they once it comes out onto DVD and somebody chops it down, this movie time. If you would just put all the stabbing scenes in there, it's probably around you probably just cut out 20 minutes of the movie.
Yeah. There's the part where he's in the house with the family, and that's about it. No specifics, nothing like that. I'm just.
So, are there any movies you guys plan on going to see?
I saw previews that I want to go see, but
Sunday, I'm gonna go watch the new Kong.
So I've been on the fence about that.
I'm extremely excited.
You're gonna go see that?
I'm gonna go see it.
That was a movie I was just looking up. I was because I wanted to go see a movie with you guys and do the thing we were talking about.
Right.
And I was like, ooh, Kong might be a good one.
Well, yeah, my buddies asked me if I wanted to go on Sunday, so that's what I was going to do. But it's purely for John C. Reilly.
Right.
Something is hilarious to me about John C. Reilly with the wakizashi, which is a short-bladed katana. I'm like, yes.
I heard it is really good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I've heard mixed.
I heard it's the best one of the Kong series.
Okay.
And
you telling me the one with Jack Black wasn't as good?
What, the one that had an intermission in movie theaters?
Did it really?
Yeah, when I went and saw it, it had an intermission halfway through because it was a 3.5-hour movie or something.
I wasn't really impressed with that one too much.
I wasn't either.
I didn't watch it.
It was.
Why did you bring it up?
For the time, it was cinematically good.
Oh yeah,
but at the same time, it didn't hold up for more than another year, and then someone could have easily outdone that.
No, I did. I outdid it with Lego.
But it got a video
characters.
game.
You outdid it with the Legos. That's one way.
Yeah.
Roar! So you smash your Lego Empire State Building.
Somebody I listened to said it sets up where they could start doing some of the
Godzilla vs. Kong.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Godzilla, it sets up the frame for Godzilla versus Kong, or even throwing Godzilla versus Mothra type thing, where it kind of creates that world.
The whole kaiju verse.
Kaiju verse.
Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
Kaiju versus giant mecha.
I liked Pacific Rim.
I did like Pacific Rim.
No, but mostly for Charlie.
I have to rewatch it because when I watched it the first time, I sat there. I'm like, "Where's the plot?"
No, but
there's the plot. You have to enjoy it for an alien punching robot.
And that's not what I'm there for. That's the problem.
Here's the thing: like every single other giant robot movie that has come out, except for that one, has just been garbage. Like, so I went in it with such low expectations.
What? How dare you diss Real Steel?
Did you like Real Steel?
No.
Okay then.
But how dare you?
Yeah.
What's another robot movie that came out in most recent times?
Rock'em Sock'em Robots, the documentary.
Please tell me that's real.
I don't know. If it was,
I just remember the movie RoboJocks when I was a kid.
RoboJocks.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a movie about these robots that people get in and they fight each other for a sport. It was basically the same
concept as Real Steel.
Real Steel, but it was produced back in the 80s.
No.
But it was a terrible movie.
Chappie, horrible.
Chappie was
it terrible? It looked exciting for a minute, but I never went to go watch it.
No, it wasn't worth it.
It was not worth it. It was.
That is a robot movie that sucked.
Oh,
what's next?
Oh no! Wait, this is what I said it was. Chappie was RoboCop meets Short Circuit meets the Road Warrior.
Wow, great combo.
Like that's the characters that they combined all together, and they made this movie, and you're just like, really?
So there is a movie that I watched within this last week. I watched Doctor Strange.
I've been meaning to watch that.
Wait, you haven't seen Doctor Strange?
I haven't seen it yet. I really want to. I watched 2 movies this week, but it wasn't that one.
I was legit disappointed with it.
Why? It was a good movie.
I expected more. It felt like the first Captain America movie to me.
It was too much plot or too much build up. I mean,
it was. Here's the beginning. We're at the end now. Like they gave no real plot development to the big bad,
right? Or
like the man leading up to the big bad.
I feel like you're rooting for the big bad in all these movies way too much.
No, I didn't root for the big bad in Logan.
Oh, okay.
And what other movies have I talked about?
I don't know, but every time he critiques a movie, it's about the big bad.
It is about the big bad. I
expect a movie's protagonist to be, on
well
par.
developed.
Yeah.
It was fine with me because it was just the first. It's just basically.
It's Captain America.
Yeah, but it's a dating movie. Is the first one. It's you just getting to know the character.
Okay, so Iron Man 1. You telling me Iron Man 1 was like not? I mean, it was perfect.
It was still a dating movie.
But it worked.
You did build up in Iron Man 1. You were building up Tony Stark.
No, and I get it, but that movie
it's not
felt like a movie.
Yeah, but that's the difference is that Tony Stark has a different build up than Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange, you don't want to see him work in the hospital a lot because that would be boring. You just need to understand. Like I've seen House.
Go watch House, then watch Doctor Strange.
Right. If you want to see Doctor Strange, like the more character development, watch a couple seasons of House, and then go in to watch.
That's not my problem. I'm not worried about the man working in the dang hospital. I'm worried about you. And if you know the comic books, it's like famous doctor breaks his hands. And then he goes to seek some place in Shalam blah blah in the mountains.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, and then he learns magic.
It's like right next to Canada.
Right.
It's right.
Shalam blah blah.
Blah, blah, blah. It's like right in the light. It's like Canada's here.
I'm gonna let this run.
And then there's like a
there's
bridge.
No stopping the train you started.
There's a bridge that goes to a small island, and then once you're on the small island, you take a boat. And you
take the train to the small island?
No, you take a helicopter.
But then why is there a bridge?
I don't know.
Your story's stupid now.
No.
I was with you. I even defended you against Xavier.
There's Canada, and then there's a small bridge to a little island. And
right, but you're not even going to use the bridge. You're taking a helicopter.
No. From the.
No, you said a helicopter to the small.
From the little.
No, I'm not letting you go back.
But you have to take the helicopter from that one spot.
Can I finish my thought, please?
Yes.
Anyways, it was a good movie.
I expected more out of it. There just wasn't enough in there for me. I guess it's because of the hype that was built up for it, and that's why I didn't go watch it in theaters and stuff like that. Not to mention that the people at the IMAX Center just wouldn't let me in, even though I showed up like 2 minutes late.
Right.
But it was yeah.
Oh, that was the cute girl story.
Yeah, that's the cute girl story.
And it's like, I sat there and I was like, the build-up was too much for this movie. I expected a lot more.
Right. It was pretty big.
But like the acting was fine. Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange was good. Tilda Swinton, that's who played the ancient one, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfectly fine. It was all good. It's like the dude's motives for the antagonist's motives were just like Satan, and I'm like, okay.
But it wasn't that. It was
why?
he had a mixed view of what he thought power was.
Right, and I get it, but it's like I have nothing to like relate to the antagonist.
It's fine.
It's
you don't always have to.
But it just feels bad when I can't relate to all of the characters on at least a bit of a level.
I know, but that's what I said. It's a dating movie. If you guys decide you don't want to go out,
there's no harm, no foul.
There's no harm, no foul. You just went out.
Benedict Cumberbatch could find someone else.
He can find somebody else.
He'll move on.
He'll move on, and he'll go on to do other things.
I don't get like.
The sad thing is he'll still end up with the hot chick at the end.
The movie was just disappointing to me.
That's fine.
I watched first X-Men Apocalypse, which blew. I did not enjoy that at all.
I have not seen it, and that was just basically because I couldn't get myself to either pay to go watch that, because I can't see movies by myself, so I have to get someone to come along with me.
And you couldn't trick anyone.
I couldn't trick anybody to go see that. I was very close a few times where it was like, hey, you want to do that? And even doing the matinee time where it's cheap. And they're like, yeah, let's do it. And then they like, no, I'm kind of busy.
They're like, hey, you want to go to the movies?
Busy. You don't even have a job. How can you be busy today?
Like, what movie do you want to see? Oh, just this X-Men movie. Ew, I'm not going anymore.
Yeah, I have a...
Literally, that movie was just Mystique and the Mystique Men.
Yeah, it was, and then the Gene solve all problem. It was like, oh look, Phoenix, and then boom, it's all over. That was the ending.
Oh man, I really want somebody to redub it like that. Oh look, Phoenix,
and done.
I hated that they brought in Phoenix so early into that series.
No, that was the first time. Well, no, in 3.
Not true. No, it's at the end of 2.
Is it? Oh, that's true. Yeah.
After Jean Grey decides to just like tilt a world, the ship out of the way.
Yeah.
Like at the end, if you're watching the credits of like the water, you see a phoenix or a bird.
Yeah, it's really annoying, and it's just like I don't even like that story in the first place.
The Phoenix.
The Phoenix story, because I feel like they're just trying to create this super powerful person, and it's really annoying to me.
Well, it was a big deal in the comic books. That's why.
I know that, but it's like you have so much story that you haven't even gotten to, and you haven't even told a lot of the story of the characters. Why just throw in that? Like, I don't even know.
Because they needed an ending to number 2.
Oh, I know, but like in the movies,
a horrible way to start number 3.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Which I also haven't seen.
Oh, you haven't?
No, because I heard
where he walks through the mist and just pelts the little rocks away. Like, oh, Jean's somewhere nearby. I can feel it.
The only thing that made me happy.
Oh, she killed me.
Yeah, Cyclops is getting eviscerated.
That's the best part of the movie.
It was like a proverbial drop kick straight to Summer's chest.
Right.
Like you kill one of the most beloved characters and nobody even sees him die. They're just like, he's gone.
Yeah, because it's PG-13.
I know, but still.
But in Logan, like you see people explode left and right.
Still.
I love that rated R rating.
I know. It's good. I wish more superhero movies were like that, just to show it, so it's not everything's off camera.
Well, they're talking about the new DC movies being rated R.
You know they're gonna mess it up.
That's
somehow.
gonna be hard. I like comparing DC to Marvel. Like I've read a lot of DC, more than Marvel. I'm more of a DC fanboy, as I've already like proclaimed to the podcast.
Did you?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
I know you don't. You don't remember anything I say because you're rude.
That's because you're running around the house using your own microphone.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. I'm usually in the other room.
Yeah, this is the first time you've joined us in the same room.
We can still hear you whenever you talk.
Yeah, it's a lapel mic. Have you never seen a lapel mic?
I don't want to see it.
It's pretty hot. and very lapelly.
Clips to his chest hair.
Gross.
Yeah, it's clipped.
Anyways,
I don't even wear a shirt.
I just don't see it being as gruesome as a Marvel comic book. I guess personally, like DC, I'm reading, it's like it's people fighting their morality.
Yeah, well, because the DC universe is more about, like, Superman has the power, but he refuses to use it.
Right.
So he's not going to go around slicing people up with his laser eye surgery.
Well, the worst thing Batman would do would throw, like, one of the little stars.
Yeah, Batman doesn't.
The shoulder. So
Batman
he's
doesn't.
Not going to kill anybody.
Batman doesn't kill people.
Right. Except for all over Batman versus Superman.
Right.
Where he kills everybody.
Spoiler. Whatever.
No, the movie itself is a spoiler.
Yeah, it's
true. Not good.
Anyway.
But yeah, it's like just making that rated R. It's like, what are they gonna do? Just amp the cuss words up?
No, I think they're just gonna put more swimming for Aquaman with his shirt off.
No. they don't need anything to have Jason Momoa shirtless.
Wait,
Pretty simple answer. No.
You're saying they don't need a reason to? You're
they
saying
don't.
You want him to have his shirt off?
It's Jason Momoa.
Oh,
he's awesome. He's gonna be the best Aquaman ever.
Wait,
well, compared to how many people have played Aquaman, I would agree with you.
I'm counting both voice acting. Rude.
The other movie I saw this week was Mad Max Fury Road.
It took you
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Wow.
That's a
it was
great
on
movie.
demand, so I watched it. I know, it was really good.
I saw that one twice in the theater.
And I had never seen or heard of it before the trailer for the movie came out, so I wasn't that interested.
You haven't seen any of the old
No.
Mad Max movies?
Neither have I.
They're decent.
I never got into it.
They're, like, really weird. But
so was Mad Max, the new one.
Oh, but there's, like, a total of 10 words said in the entire movie of Mad Max.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, Max uses, like, a silent protagonist that just so happened to blow everything up. Where, like, I don't know, because wasn't it Mel Gibson that played Max?
Yes, the original
old ones? Yeah. And did he talk all the time in those?
There was more dialogue, yes,
okay.
But there's not a whole lot, and there's not really necessary.
Mm-hmm.
It's more about the environment and just people have kind of gone crazy.
Right.
Yeah. It was a good movie.
It was
I
an
enjoyed
awesome
it.
movie.
Yeah.
Like, visually, perfect.
Right.
It was stunning.
My favorite is the dude that is hanging, playing the guitar with the flamethrower.
Yeah.
That was real. 100% real.
Oh,
CGI,
really?
Straight up 100% real.
He was awesome.
Most
and
of
I
that-
liked when he kept throwing it off to the side and then catching it and continued playing. Like, that was all part of his routine.
Most of the things that they did was real.
Mm-hmm. It was awesome.
And then they had the fight with Mad Max and that guitar guy up there on the same time, and he just kept trying to throw him off the truck, and he just kept bungeeing back onto it.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
That was a good movie.
The movie was good. But yeah, it took me this long to see it. I just waited till it was...
Did you end up watching Hardcore Henry?
I saw it in the theater.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Okay.
I have it in the car.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It is a first-person...
Right, I know what it is. It's all like GoPro kind of thing. Like...
Yeah, it's just... It feels like a first-person video game.
Right.
It is awesome.
The graphics are amazing.
The graphics are amazing. It's got a good story to it.
It's like IRL.
Yeah, it's almost realistic how well the graphics are.
It was just really interesting.
They have like I believe they have 6 or 7 different people that play Hardcore Harry for the movie.
Really?
Henry Ennis, and they have to all be around the same height or whatever. But because there's certain stunts that they do in the movie that certain people are better at, so they have to have different Henrys for Henriettas for different scenes.
Okay.
All right. It's their actual point where a woman plays...
No.
Okay.
No.
I was like,
but
because that'd be pretty difficult.
The final cutscene is so dope.
Yeah?
Yeah, one of my favorite things in video games, and like this is where I'm gonna like draw a relation between the two, is that when it's your main character, and you see your main character grow to this point where he's kind of just like
unstoppable.
Yeah, he's unstoppable. So it's like you versus like 1,000 people, and just watching that happen in real time was just like, this is going forever. It was so cool. It's just like dudes beating down like 1 million people just to win.
So it's like a grand finale.
It's a really good grand finale, to be honest.
No,
I'll have to watch it then.
It's a really good movie. I saw it in the big screen, but with 3 glasses or whatever.
3D.
Would not recommend that.
Just 3 pairs of glasses?
It's 3 pairs of glasses, yeah.
Yeah, that would probably make anyone dizzy.
No, but like, because you're watching a FPS and in a full, like, view.
Giant widescreen, real D type of theater, and you have 3D coming at you.
So it can give you a little bit of motion sickness.
Right, that's what they were saying was happening.
I think something on a smaller TV is probably something better to watch.
That's
on,
a 3D TV.
I love 3D TVs. They're great. Except for nobody does 3D
No.
anymore.
So
it was a thing for like 2 months, and then they were like, this is not worth it.
It was longer than 3 months.
People just kept getting mad at the glasses that came out. You either got the paper cheap ones, or you got the ones where if you like squeeze the glasses at all, like the glass part at all, it would crack them.
Well, my parents got one that they just use the same glasses that you use at the theater.
Yeah.
So
like
we would just keep our glasses and just bring it home.
Fair enough. Stealing.
It's not stealing. I paid for that.
Whatever.
So did you guys hear that Suicide Squad won an award?
No.
Like
I did. I don't remember what award.
It was like a
best name.
No, I think it was like best picture.
No. I remember. It was best. It was like hair design or something like that. Or
no, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. It was like best makeup or something like that.
Of course, I have no service here. I'm gonna fact check.
Fact check, David.
Don't fact check me.
I'm gonna fact check.
No, okay. So
did you just say fat check me?
Yeah.
Did you just call me fat?
If you want to take it that way.
I think he did.
That's so mean.
Get up and hit him.
Fight, fight.
No, I'm supposed to be doing that.
You
You're supposed to be
fight
fighting
him.
Xavier.
No, you need to fight him.
I don't need to fight Xavier.
Did you watch Suicide Squad?
No.
Okay.
I have that in my car too.
You just roll around with your library?
Pretty much. No.
Or you just so happen to have 2 movies and they're the 2 that we bring up?
Pretty much.
I guess we've brought up a lot of movies.
I have that one and then the newest Star Trek movie.
Oh, okay.
In the car. In the car.
So have you ever played The Division, Xavier?
I have a story about that, and yes, I did play it.
Oh, okay.
So, there was this dude that was at my local GameStop who I was kind of buddies with. I'm like, hey, I bought the Xbox One to try out a couple of games, primarily for Killer Instinct, and to get Scalebound, which got canceled early this year.
Horrible.
Right. So, I was telling him, like, hey, if you want to come play The Division with me later, just hit me up. I'll give you my gamer tag and everything, and it was good. So I get home, I boot everything up, I start playing, and my buddy gets on with me, and we're playing The Division. I'm like, oh, this is alright. You know, I'm not really into shooters all that much. I'm more of a, I have a sword, and I'm going to put you down type of gameplay type stuff. And so... Oh, no, he's right.
The evidence has been handed over.
They got an Oscar for makeup and hairstyle. Like, so what, just Harley Quinn?
What, do you
No,
think...
for the Joker.
No, Killer Croc 2. Since he looks like he just rolled around in some feces.
Do you think they handed the wrong envelope?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
People were livid.
And they just...
People were so mad about that.
I know, right? That was crazy.
Like, anyways, so me and my buddy are playing for a little bit, and I get this like friend request out of nowhere, and a dude hops in our party. I thought it was a dude. I'm like, oh, hey, are you the dude from GameStop? Like, no, I just saw you guys were playing, and I thought I'd join you. I'm like, okay, that's fine. You know, we're chilling.
Right.
We're going along, and then more people start joining in. Like this British kid and this really hyper over crazy like black dude who was like screaming about guns and propaganda, and I'm like, what did we walk into?
Like, you guys got way in over your head.
Right, and so I'm like I'm messaging my friend like through text and everything. I'm like, dude, we got to figure out a way to get out of this.
You like held hostage in a video.
I was like, I would like for whatever reason, because I'm like, at times I'm too much of a nice guy. I'm like, I just don't want to leave,
right,
and like not have a good reason. So I'm like, I gotta work early tomorrow, so I have to get off now. My buddy's like, oh yeah, I gotta work too. So we just got off and we just hopped in a different party and made it like super private. And just kept playing for a little bit.
I would have been just like, I don't know you guys, and I don't care. I'm leaving.
Right, I get it. And that's
Peace.
the difference between you and I. I care about people's feelings, unfortunately.
Why?
Good question.
Do you know that person?
No, but I could.
But you don't.
So?
But I could.
But you don't want to.
This is true.
Right. You don't know this person. You don't.
Don't be mad at me for me actually wanting to care about people's feelings.
No,
Don't you talk down for me being nice.
I feel like this is a situation where you can step it up.
No.
You don't know the person. You don't like the person. You have no reason to be in contact with that person ever in your life. And
See, this is why you don't have friends.
In fact, you probably
the gauntlet.
In fact, you probably block that person.
I don't. You block that person.
I would block that person.
Exactly.
So when I'm playing For Honor, I get a lot of that, like the hyperactive people who are like way into it, and then the enemy team is always sending me like messages of people I don't know, sending me messages of the reason that they just got beat by me.
Oh, so like, that's a Dark Souls hate.
Or like if I lose to them, they'll send me a message of, oh, you did this wrong, this is how you could get better. Or I beat them, they're like, oh, you only won because of this kind of thing. Like,
yeah, no, that's straight up Dark Souls hate.
I believe it.
Yeah, multiple people in the community, because PvP is like, oh, character parries the block and gets him with the front stab and it kills their life. It's like, you only won because I misclicked. It's like, no, you hit me, I went no, and then I stabbed you and you died. Don't get mad because you lost.
Yeah, this guy, like one of the messages I got was just
I would just say, so you lost is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
And then they say, no, you made I made a mistake. And I said, well,
so yeah, you lost.
So you lost, right? No.
Like, yeah, because of you, not because of me.
I just wish I was as bad as you, then I could have these excuses.
I always send, whenever it's something like that, I'll just send I learned from the best.
Yeah, it was just...
Which was not you.
I mean, I learned from the best.
It's just the evolutionary method of the CODs.
Well, yeah, it's just, like, okay, you lost. Like, when I die, I don't think automatically, oh, I gotta tell this guy why, or what I did wrong. It's just, like, I'm gonna respawn in a few seconds and I want to play.
Right, no.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't even... I died. Ugh, I have to wait a few seconds to come back.
I'll sit there and be
I
like,
won't even think about what I did wrong. I'm like, screwed up. I don't care.
That's why I don't play Call of Duty, man. It's like specifically because of that reason. Oh, excuse me, I am.
Should we play Call of Duty?
No, because like I was like,
not anymore.
It's like you're playing the game, and then there's people that you play with, and they feel like they are god tier at the game.
Right.
It's like it is a video game.
Well,
even
at that, it's not a very
game.
high-skilled video game.
It's like, okay, so you ran around the corner, you clicked the button, and then you dropped. Okay, that's great.
Right.
You know?
Well, now it's not even you run around the corner. You fly on the wall around the corner, jump to the ground, and slide across 12
and if
feet.
you do this super hyper maneuver, and you look like a parkour master with a jetpack on their feet, and then you get popped in the face like, oh, I'm the greatest player of all time. That shouldn't have hit me. I shot him 8 times. Your gun didn't lose a bullet. But you're gonna say that you shot the guy, and then you're gonna say hate mail, and you're gonna try and spam him because he messed up your KD. It's like, dude, it's a video game. Chill out.
Right. I agree.
I disagree. I feel like people need to amp it up and start yelling at you more.
This is sarcasm.
You just want people to yell at Xavier. That's not sarcasm.
It's like even with like fighting games. I watch professionals play fighting games.
Right.
I see it every now and again. You do see a player get mad because they do think that they are the best. It's usually American players and one player from Sweden who is kind of like known as like the devil of the video game fighting world, and but it's like
Diablo.
Anyway.
But, you see them work. When they lose, they know why they messed up because they trip up. Yeah. Whereas, like, I see in shooters, like, people are like, no, I'm the best. Look at me. I'm number 1 on the leaderboards. It's like, all right, bro, show me where your poop bucket is.
Yeah, well, it's the same with League of Legends. Like, you see a bunch of people streaming. People get really, really mad.
People
and then you
see... lose their minds, dude.
You see, like, the LCS players, like, the people at the top who are getting paid to play. Mm-hmm. And when they're streaming and they die... they immediately go to telling you like their followers what they did wrong, like they could have done this different. Like they automatically analyze it right away, and then they learn from it. And the people who aren't that great, who are like stuck on that mid tier, are the people who when they die are like, oh, leg, like they just type in leg or oh, misclick, or that shouldn't happen because this guy let that person roam,
right?
Or something. It's always someone else's fault or lag.
Yeah,
they don't look at it like, oh, I could have done this better,
or like a character is protecting their region. It's like why did you protect? It's like, dude, why are you dying?
Like when we play Castle Crashers later, it's probably going to be lag. That's why I'll die.
Yeah, lag on couch co-op, David.
On a split screen co-op,
lag. There's a lag.
I get that all the time when we're playing Rocket
I pushed
League.
the button like 10 times, it didn't
lag
happen.
Anytime we score. Sorry, lag. It's like, just let it be.
Maybe lag is a different type of acronym nowadays.
No.
Laugh.
Losers are gross.
Losers are gross. That was pretty fast.
Sorry, that was the only thing I could come up with.
I'll give you that one.
That's terrible.
You're terrible.
I might be.
Are you gonna come up with a better one?
No, because it's just terrible. People that can, when lag happens.
If his name started with L, it could be.
You need a shirt like that. It says "lag happens."
Lag happens. It does.
I wish there was a shirt like.
There has to be a shirt like that.
Don't get mad at me if you lose because you got that dial-up internet.
Yeah,
don't be mad.
That's what I always say.
It's like
can I get a shirt with you with like a profile shot of you that it says "lag happens"?
That's fine if you want to make the shirt.
There has to be a lag happens shirt already. It has to be.
Look it up.
I can't.
I'll look it up.
While we're on the podcast,
you guys talk.
Yeah. Okay. While David searches for merchandise.
Yeah. So,
other people's merchandise.
So how's your streams been going?
Good. I'm trying to. So with the Division, I've noticed that if I cut down a mission to just the parts where there's action, so none of the running in between or restocking or switching up my gear. It's about 12 to 15 minutes, so it works out perfectly.
So
for
are you
YouTube.
streaming and then you're uploading to a channel?
I'm not streaming and uploading yet. I was just uploading.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to coach my brother to lay off the profanities a little bit.
Fair enough.
Because he is a Marine, and I don't fault him at all for it.
Right.
And it is really hilarious when he catches himself mid-sentence and like starts to stutter to search for what he was going to say without the curse word.
Right.
But yeah, so I'm trying to get that down because I do it too. You know, when I die, I'll say like a curse word because I get mad. Yeah,
it's a video game that happens.
Yeah, because I'm so used to it, nobody like listening or having zero standard, and so yeah, I'm trying to get that down, and then I'll start live streaming it.
Right.
But for now, I'm just uploading it. I kind of cut around any profanity that comes out, and the videos come out to be, well, the ones that I have ready to put out come out to be pretty funny, so it's been fun.
That's good. So you've just been streaming or recording the Division by itself so far?
Recently.
Because I mean, I saw sometime during this week you guys were recording or streaming Rocket League.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, we had
You get up to 2 followers or 2 watches this time?
Yeah.
Nice.
No, yeah, I mean, I have like 180 unique views.
Nice.
But I have 5 subscribers or something like that. So.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
Any donators? Any donations?
No, I don't think that. I don't know what their rules are on that, but there has to be like you have to get to a set amount before they even give you the option.
Yeah.
I donated to you, remember?
No, you didn't.
I bought you a coffee once.
No, you didn't.
So there's a lot of lag kills shirts, and I did see one lag happens shirt.
Oh,
but
should make that.
Make a lag happen shirt.
I feel like
our first Geeks and Gamers is just lag happening. Yeah. We don't ever play online.
Lag happens.
And we only play like together at group parties. That's pretty good.
But I've been doing that this week. But we had one night where it was me and my roommate and then 2 of our other friends who are real close, and we played 4v4 on Rocket League, which is, you can't do ranked, it's just called chaos, and that's what it is. And it was pretty entertaining. It was just hectic.
Did you ever play Overwatch when they had Lucio Ball? It was just like Rocket League.
I don't think I did.
Yeah, it was just for the summer Olympics when it came out.
Oh, okay.
It was like one of the healer characters named Lucio. He's a black dude, dreads, skates around, has like a.
Oh, I know who he is.
Yeah. They made like a Rocket League type of event deal in the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, where you could just play it like that. It was super cool.
That is pretty funny. Overwatch, I got bored of.
Overwatch, I had to get rid of because of money.
Because of money?
Yeah.
I could see that. If I had gotten into
it. The I can probably get something better if I spend this money right now thing always catches me.
Yeah.
So I always have to put those games down.
Well, I always get caught by the 80% more chance to get something cool, like a unique or whatever, if you buy now.
Right.
Those always get me.
It's like,
I never get in that
extra
80%.
exclamation.
I know we're slowly getting closer to seeing Xavier on the street with the sign that says "Need to upgrade."
Yeah, need money for chests.
But I don't play any games with people anymore. That's why I've been playing a lot of like one-player JRPGs and stuff like that. Like I've been trying to play a game called Digital Devil Saga, which is part of like the Persona universe that I talked about last week. But it's like...
Wait, did you go into that?
I did.
Because you said you didn't want to.
Yeah.
But I vaguely remember details.
I don't remember you talking about
then
that.
he started being rude. And I took it at liberty.
Did I take it? Was I rude? I apologize.
No, you don't.
I'm very sorry.
You're a liar.
Why are you looking at me like
Dirty
that?
liar.
Yeah, I was like, just been trying to play that because like, oh, I don't have to spend any money. I can play this game and, just be happy. Okay, let's do that. It has a good story. I'm going to do that.
Yeah, those ones are fun to get into.
Don't have to get caught by microtransactions.
So the Division doesn't have any microtransactions. Rocket League are all cosmetic, and none of them are like, buy now, you get this. Mm-hmm. So they don't really catch
It doesn't increase anything in your playing ability.
Right.
All it does is just add a special effect.
League of Legends is all cosmetic, and that definitely gets me every time I log on.
Well, it's because you can have like a character. I think one of the characters I saw was like Ivern, who's like a tree. It can be like a giant cotton candy monster.
Yes, you did see that.
Yeah,
that's Ivern, a jungler. Yes, you did see that. And he has the skull, a Candy King or something like that. So, yeah. But the ones that get me are the ones that they will change everything. I mean, there's different tiers of skins. There's ones that'll just change the look of that character and all the moves stay the same, all the way up to everything in their category, like their voice, everything's changed. And those ones are the most expensive. Those are the ones that get me because if they come out for a character you like, it's going to change everything.
I have a quick question regarding the character archetypes and whatever, like the jungler. What are those? Like,
what do you mean?
I don't know I don't know what to call them. Like,
the
position.
You call them juggalos.
There's top, jungle, mid, ADC, and support.
Okay, what are those?
Well, it depends on what kind of role you want to play. A jungler or a top laner most likely will play a tank or a fighter, and will be the front line, so to speak, along with the support and maybe the jungler. Mm-hmm. Whereas your mid laner is going to be a mage or heavy damage on the ability side, and your ADC will be a heavy damage on the attack side, so more of a long range character. So it's really, 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 really complicated as far as to explain without showing someone who actually wants to get into the game,
right? Because
there's so much on the micro level that goes into a team that would be successful. That it's, I mean, you have to, like when pros are picking their what's called team comp, they go into what moves are going to work well together, called like a wombo combo. Like you want to set up this person who plays as a support wants to have a move that'll set up a damage chain by your ADC, which will lock someone down for your top laner to lock them down. I mean, you want to have this chain set up just based on their abilities.
Okay.
I mean, there's a lot to it.
Okay.
To explain just to right off the bat. Right, I know. When I started watching it, and when I started playing it, I didn't want to watch it at all. And then you start playing it and someone will start teaching you the lingo, and like there's a whole nother language involved with League. And then you start to learn that, and then you start to learn why that is, and then you start to learn how it can benefit you. I mean, it just keeps going deeper and deeper. It can go as deep as you want it to go. But, I mean, it's also a game that you can just download to your computer, pick up, play, and do like an ARAM where it selects a champion for you. And it's just 5v5 on this bridge that's straight ahead. No like gold to gain or anything like that. You just fight with that person. I mean, it's a real basic game, but it gets really deep.
Yeah, like I wanted to try and like play it, and then I get that MMORPG type of like fear where I'm like, I can't get stuck here.
You will get stuck, and you will spend money.
No, I'm good.
Yeah. If
and
you're not
you will
into
end up on the streets.
If you're not into it yet, definitely I wouldn't recommend it because it's probably not your type. If you're avoiding it for that certain reason, it's worse than you think it is.
Okay.
Because, I mean, I got into it not knowing anything, and then I got, like, way heavy into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like drugs.
I mean, I could fill an entire
It might
podcast.
as well be, yeah, to be honest.
It really is.
The way he's describing it is like,
It's
I started when I was young, and I just can't kick the habit.
Yeah, no.
At the height of when I was playing League, it was, like, that was all I could think about. You know, it was like a drug. It was like, I would go to work and wait to get home so that I could log on and play. Like, I was looking forward to logging on and playing. So... it's definitely an addicting game. I know why there's such a following to it. And I'll still watch the LCS or like World Championships or stuff like that, but I don't play as much anymore. I kind of got away from it.
It's okay, you'll relapse.
I will. As soon as I see something, because I check
They always come back.
I check the page every week on what's coming out new, and as soon as something grabs my attention, I'll be right back in there.
Right.
No doubt about it. But I don't know. I've been having fun playing on my Xbox now, so, and a bunch of different games instead of one.
Right. Okay. I got no other topics.
You're all out?
I'm all out of topics.
His cupboard has run empty.
Aww. So we're gonna do a short episode then.
How short is this?
Under an hour.
Well, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm tired of talking to you anyways.
Wow. Well, it sucks to be you because we still have to record a lot.
Actually, well, it's funny. No, yeah, I didn't even have that much to say this time.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Contributing nothing.
I brought Xavier here.
That's true, you did. You contributed Xavier.
Yeah.
So take credit for all of his work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can try.
I just did. Anyways.
All right. Well, then we're gonna have to wrap it up then, because everyone's tired.
Yeah, wrap this.
So
stuff.
Thank you for joining us on Nailed It this week. Please subscribe to the podcast on iTunes. You can find us on SoundCloud, which that link will be posted every time there's a new episode to download. On Facebook through our Nailed It page. There's also Dave and Steve, which Geeks and Gamers was on recently. All of those pages can be found through Nailed It. Or I'm assuming Dave and Steve will also link to Nailed It? Or does it not yet?
Not yet.
Okay, well it will, because it should.
It should.
Anyway.
I'm still not seeing any emails.
And Xavier's very sad that we have no emails.
Even if it's just to say hi.
Yeah.
I just want an email at naileditpodcast@gmail.com.
And if you don't remember that, I changed around our Facebook page. So if you go to our Facebook page, the first button, like blue bar button, you'll see. You click on that, it'll set up the email for you right away, and you just send it through your Facebook account.
Oh, very smart of you.
Yeah. So,
also, if nobody sends anything, I'm gonna have to start sending stuff to Xavier, and he doesn't want that.
I'll never read it.
It'll just make him more angry.
I'm just gonna send it from a whole bunch of different. I'm just gonna create accounts.
I will know that it is you.
I'll have different accounts.
Anyway, everything will be spelled wrong because they'll be trying to use Siri.
Yep.
But I'm going to be posting more on Geeks and Gamers, so if you enjoy what you hear on this podcast, make sure you subscribe to Geeks and Gamers. We will be posting something that we're about to record right after this, so yeah, there's a lot of new content coming that way. Yeah, please make sure you subscribe on the iTunes app. Anyway, I've been Michael.
I'm Xavier.
I'm always David.
And this has always been Nailed It. Thank you for joining us. We'll talk to you guys next week.
Bye!